Hey everybody, it's friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today, and I hope you had a great holiday weekend, and I hope you had safe travels and a fun time, and you had some good food. And in this episode, we are going to be doing a few things on my list here. So I wanted to show you what we've been doing to combat the meat pops. You can see that there's still a couple around. They are still entrenched in our city, so we're going to work on repelling those guys today. You can see that we're only at like 20 food. Now we're down to 1. So yeah, it's all over the place. I want to show you the upgrades that we did with the silk and a couple other things around town. So to get started, I'm going to go around and I'm going to show you what we are doing to try and fight off these meat pops. And it is kind of insufficient. I have gone around with all of our fishing guys and making sure that we have 4 people working in each one of them. They of course have this one has the fishing nets to be ran, otherwise they don't go anywhere. So it looks like this one might be not doing a whole lot. So I have put in a knitter's hut here. We have the reed farm here, and so of course pulling the reeds, making the ropes, and then bringing it over here to make the knitting hut. Looks like that's not quite happening yet, so we'll have to look into that a little bit more. But on the topic of our fish, over here we have a bunch of our fishing docks, again all 4, and I had been using fishing nets to boost the output, and I think I just found a big problem. So this changed since the last time I looked at it. So I came in here and I used the fishing nets to boost the output because I needed the output to be higher, but I think that looks like it's hurt me a little bit here. So I'm gonna adjust my fishing docks. I have all of them set to be using the fishing nets like that. So I'm gonna have to go around and we'll make sure that those guys are now correctly operating. Yeah, see, every one of these is like that. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, hopefully we can start to get a little bit more in the green. You can see we're in the green. We're just like teetering on demise here. So this is a pretty good block compared to what we've been seeing in the last little bit here. And you can see we got meat pops all over still. All right, so I did all that. I have a bunch more fish ponds in here, and then we have a curing workshop here. So fish seems to be in very high demand. We have 0 in reserves. We're calling on it for salted fish, and we're eating the regular fish now just how they are to try and stay alive a little bit better. So fish is a hot commodity around here. So I have all 4 of these, and then I have 2 more here. I have another grove for cherries. I put in another corral for cows. And the reason for that is we were having a shortage of butter, and we probably still are. Now we're shortage of milk. Yeah. So we had no butter, because we had no milk. So I tried to put in more cows to make the milk to make more butter. So because everything else is just sitting here waiting. Well, now these are sugar, it looks like. And sugar and butter seem to be one of our biggest issues. This is a jam thing. So this is more that like mid-tier stuff that I was talking about a little bit last episode, where we need to like iron it out and like make sure we have enough supply. So that's a work in progress for sure. We did all that. I have fields and fields over here. These are potatoes and tomatoes. And then here's our castle. It's coming along pretty good. We got all the luxury furniture in there, almost all the building kits, and getting there with bricks too. So that's coming along. It's almost halfway done, 48%, pretty good. And then we have this little area. So I have 3 more cherry groves. These are gonna all be corrals, and these are plantations and plantations. So this is in my new little area. It's all going to be luxury houses, and I want to get into villas and the apartments in this episode. So that's something we're going to be touching on in a little bit here. I also threw in 2 more additional nursing homes, so now we have a total of 5. So that's pretty much. Oh, and I put in a bunch of hunter cabins. Got one way up here. That's where I remembered that one was. And I think I have like 3 more in here. So we got a couple around town. There's more than 2. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like we have about 4. So we might have to worry about that. And yeah, you can see these guys are absolutely everywhere. We've been doing pretty good as far as not losing people to starvation. So they're finding food in the warehouses, I think, is where they're going. Actually, we have 150 fish here. That second will be there in like 2 seconds. Yeah, gone. So they're finding it, but it's a struggle for sure. So yeah, that's what's going on with the food situation. We're gonna have to have more farms. We're gonna have to have more fishing stuff, and it's just gonna be a work in progress. And part of the things that I'm gonna do to fix that food problem And a side goal that I've had for this playthrough is I want to have all the animals that you can get. So I want to do an order, and that's what these corrals are here for. So we need pigs, we need cows, or not cows. We need pigs, sheep, chicken, and duck, and we can get donkey. We might as well. So I'm gonna put in a couple orders here. We're gonna do sheep. We're gonna do. Actually, you know what? We should wait. I'm gonna wait until these corrals are built, because if we order that and they are built, they can go away. So and then we would have wasted the silver coins. So I'm gonna hold off for now, but that's on my list. I want to get those guys into the town, and we can start working on that. And so another thing that I mentioned was the villas. So let's get the villa here. We got the luxury apartments. So those two things I want to get working on. And then there's a couple other passive things that we have around that we have neglected to get. School expansion. This boosts the schools to be 25 and not 20. So we're going to do that. It's a little kind of late, but it's better than not having it at all, I guess. The school can use paper to increase education efficiency by 100. We're going to do that as well. And I think this is also a passive. Proficiency growth rate. Yep, so let's grab that. I think I still will have enough for the other stuff I want to do. And then I also wanted to get into some supply stations. And I'm going to just go to the regular supply station. I guess it's not large. This one's small. That's regular. And then finally, the market expansion is going to increase the influence radius of the market by a little bit. So there we go. We got all of our upgrades for this episode. That's all I wanted to do. And I did want to put in the garden villa over here. So I left a little bit of space so we could fit these in. These are 6x4s, so they're pretty good size, but we should have plenty of space for at least a little bit of some villa action. They're pretty cool. I don't want to go, too crazy with them, but they're neat. And they can hold, let's see, what do they say? Where's garden villa? They hold 2 families up to 8 people. So instead of 1 to 4, it's double. So it's not quite twice the size, a little bit better, so that's why it's a bonus, I guess, an upgrade. So we'll do that little group, and then I also wanted to try these luxury apartments. So I had noticed at one point that they had used the word apartment somewhere, but there was nothing that was an apartment, so it didn't really make sense. So these aren't boarding houses anymore. It looks like these are just both of these are apartments now. So yeah, that's the thing. They changed the name of some stuff around, so this is one of those things that I just noticed now. And so we're gonna grab some luxury apartments as well. And these are better than the regular ones because they can procreate in here. Also encourages citizens to have children there. You can see that the last sentence there in the description. And these are just, bigger places for more families. So I'm gonna put 2 of these here, I think. We can maybe put a 3rd. I'm gonna do that for now. And maybe I'll just put in a couple more garden villas here, just to spruce it up just a touch more. And we'll do like that. And there we go. So those are probably going to take quite a while to get. We're hurting on glass and we're hurting on building kits because we have our giant castle to be being built. I did turn it off because I was hurting so bad with all the materials that it's demanding. And I just wanted to develop this little space first because we do have 240 citizens that want new houses. And I wanted to do another little production area. I wanted to get try to get more food coming in. We're hurting on stone, it looks like now, and it looks like our irons in the red, we can adjust that pretty easily because we have a couple mines up in this region. All these areas are starting to look the same to me now. So we can put in a couple more people here, and let's do that. So that'll help a little bit. And then we're gonna have to put in another quarry because the other quarries that we have now are full. So I think we're gonna do, so yeah, okay, so the mountain quarry is just built into the stone, but I want the deep quarry because I don't want it to run out. So let's go ahead, and we had a little group. I don't think we'll have any space for this up here. Maybe over here. Yeah, so let's just plop this in, and I'm gonna go like this right in here. And once this gets built up, then we can put 10 more people onto stone. And that's really the need is coming from the castle. You need to cut stone for the castle. You need 10,000. It's a lot. So that's why we don't have any, basically. So that's what the deal is with that. We'll get that working. Let's get into our transfer stations. Or supply stations, excuse me. So the transfer stations were what we played with last episode. So it looks like these things, they get filled up with goods and then they get taken to faraway places. that one doesn't have any goods in it, but I thought I had one around here that did. But anyways, so those are just moving stuff around, and it doesn't look like I have a whole lot of control on what's going on. If I understand and recall these correctly, I have more control with it, because it says transport the designated resources of the town to the supply station to provide raw materials for the processing buildings within the scope, to improve the processing efficiency. So it looks like, yeah, looks like that's the deal. So we have this smaller one. I bet you it's just like size. Let's read the difference here. Collect designated goods from storage structures and deliver required raw materials to the production building powerful structure. Interesting that it says powerful structure on there. So yeah, this is what I think I want. And this delivers it, right? Required material, blah, 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 to the production buildings within range. Okay, so the production buildings within range, of course, have to be within range. So we'll do that. Oh, so before we had our little guy over here that was making us cans, right? The cannery. So we have our salted fish and steel and fish, but we were really low on fish. So what I was thinking of is this is how we could bring this supply station, is how we could bring steel over here. But it looks like steel got here anyway, so it might be a little bit more efficient to do it this way with the supply station, but we'll check it out and see how we like it. Kind of curious to see how that's going to work. So that's going to take a moment to get built, and we'll just wait for those to get working. And in the meantime, there are a couple things that I want to build. So we have 2 new blueprints. I had the ship came by, they had 3. We had one of them. It was the ancient tree, the angel, and the sword and the stone. So we're going to grab the angel. The angel's cool. It will increase the lifespan of citizens slightly. So when I first play through, oh, look at all these snowflakes running around. Oh boy. In my first playthrough, I tried out putting like a bunch of these out and like seeing if the effects stack, and it didn't seem like it, but we could always try again. It only takes a tier, it's not anything crazy. And this says can be placed in the water, reduce the stress on the citizens by a small amount, sword and stone. So this looks like it's floating. It's gonna go underwater. So we're gonna put this like up here. And yeah, see, it goes underwater. I hate that, really. I think that's kind of dumb. I think I would like it better if the stone floated, but I think that's dumb. Like, I can't not put that in the water. It has to be in the water. So if I go over here, like, I can't put this here, which that doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, we'll get those 2 going, just a little bit more buff for our town. And we might as well put this like Rubik's Cube guy in there too. It's here, you know, we haven't done it yet. Oops. Clicked off. And then we have our Ocean Witch and our Sky Witch, which we thought was tricking us in the last series. So we'll just put this guy over here. Yeah, this will be cool. The Ocean Witch right on our river, about right in there. And then the Sky Witch, let's see if we can find like I want to put this on like a mountainside. That would be sick. Maybe we can. So we'll put her over here. She'll fit perfectly right there. Facing the right way? Yeah, it's facing the right way. All right, sweet. There we go. A couple of little artifacty things that are gonna get rolling in, and this is kind of crazy, isn't it? Look at how many red meat pops. We got snowflakes all over the place. The silk thing. So that's one reason that triggered me to get silk, was because I thought that it might help us with the cold. So we have gowns coming in. We don't have a ton of them, so it's another thing that I'm gonna have to put in. I think we have not a ton built up silk wise. The cap is 200, so we could put in another textile mill, which is another thing that changed its name, by the way. And the clothing factory is no longer a tailor. So a couple of things that changed their name. So the same building, so just keep that in mind if you're super lost and confused on why things are reading differently. So it's something else that I need to put in. I'll have to put in, well, I wonder how many cocoons we got. 104, that's it? 2 of these things, that's it. Okay, so down over here, we're going to have to put into that stuff as well. I was thinking, that's why this textile mill is here. I was going to put cotton in and produce more cotton to make more cotton cloth to make more clothes. But I think we're going to need to use something else to do that. To get the silk going is what I'm thinking. We could do that pretty easily. I wonder, okay, once these are built, I'm going to play with something. I'm going to see if we can bring down the silk cocoon thingy doodlers, and we'll make silk from those with this. I'm gonna see if that will work, and then we can have our little clothing factory over here making us more gowns so we can get more warm clothes. You can see if you go onto the tailor, clothing factory, you go down this list here. So rough clothes, it says keep citizens warm. Down jacket, warmer than rough clothes. Luxury coat says warmer than a down jacket and makes citizens happier. And then the gown is much warmer than luxury coats. And so the gowns are top tier. That's like the thing to get. Ooh, take that back. Custom gown might be the best thing to get. But gowns, that's what we're going for. We have the seal fur, not a ton extra, but that's coming in from our fishing ports. And then we have our silk, and then feathers, of course, from our turkeys, which will be increased once we get chickens and some ducks running around here. It'll be great. But I'm going to wait until some of this stuff gets a little bit more developed, especially these corrals. And then we're going to do an order for those animals. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of happy farms and a whole bunch more animals. And hopefully that will help with food. And it'll just be a benefit overall. All right, we have our 4 corrals done. So we're going to order our animals now. But I did notice something, that these garden villas are not going to be able to get built without silver cutlery and luxury textiles. So that poses a problem. So what I'm going to do to fix that problem, at least part of it, is we are going to put a bedding factory in here as well. So I mentioned bringing silk to this point, and I think if I remember right, I don't think I have a bedding factory in the town. I think that we can get a luxurious bedding, stuff and things, luxurious textiles with silk, and there we go. Yeah, silk and wool or feathers. So we'll have the wool here in just a moment, but we'll bring the silk down over on this side with our supply station. We'll play with that. But along with our animal order, I'm going to order a bunch of building kits, and we can see how many things we can get here. We need the building kits, and it's just a good way to, make it go a little bit quicker. So another thing that I was thinking about doing was grabbing some food, or just ordering a big amount of food. But I'm going to see how much we have for money. So I don't know if we have enough for all that stuff. So we'll put the order in. We are going to get ourselves. So we're going to have sheep. We're going to have chickens. And we got to go down a little bit further to animals right here. So there's a sheep, chicken. We want duck and pig. So that's 4. And I think I only had 4 corrals done. I thought I had all... Okay, almost. So we'll order the donkey as well, and then it will just hang out for a minute. Oh, I can't. I'm not quite there. So, okay. So we'll only be the 4 for now. We'll have to order donkeys a little bit later, but it looks like we have about 30,000 monies we can get into the building kit. So I don't know how much these are a piece. A lot. Okay, so can we do like 200? Okay, so we can get 189 building kits and all those animals, and that stuff is on the way. Holy, look at those red circles. Okay, those are coming in. Yeah, so still the same situation. We're still hurting for food, obviously, and apparently cold is now another big issue. I don't understand what's going on, really. I get the food, like, obviously we're at 0 food, but we have clothes, we have fuels. I'm not really sure why the cold is such a big deal all of a sudden. I don't know if they changed to something with the update or what the dealio was, but anyways, it's just another thing. Let's keep working on the gowns and stuff and see if we can figure it out. But I was wondering what you guys want to do for the next series, because this is the 20th episode of our extreme playthrough. Pretty quick. I feel like it went by pretty fast. I've had a couple people say that they want me to do a Easter Island scenario playthrough. That's the same deal that we did on the live stream, the previous live stream. So if you want me to do that, let me know, and we could definitely do that for sure. I'm kind of nervous about it, to be honest with you, because it is extreme difficulty. We've shown that we can do extreme at least halfway decent. This is a terrible example of saying that right now, but so we could do that. And we just know a little bit more about it from the stream. We know that we'll have about 20 years before a disaster is going to hit us, so we can plan a little bit differently that way. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want me to do an Easter Island playthrough, and we can definitely do that after this. If you're sick and tired of watching me play Settlement Survival, please let me know that too. There's other games that we could try out, but if you guys want to see the Easter Island, let's do that. So I do want to grab these kilns while we're here. I have a bunch of excess of clay, and we need some glass as well, so we're gonna do that. Put 2 more people in there. I did that in the Twixt when I saw you guys last. So we'll do a couple more bricks and a couple more glass guys coming in, because we have tons of clay, we need more bricks. Makes sense, so let's do it. We're really low on medicine too now. Okay, so here, corral, we need this to be a sheep. We have a chicken. We have duck. I wish it would, like, let me be at the top of the list here. A pig. And oh yeah, we didn't have enough for the donkey, so that's what it's going to be for now. We will have to bring down, let's do cow, and we'll save this one for our donkey. Okay, we'll hold off. And then this plantation. Food. Let's get some more peas. Peas have been huge for, having enough food for things. So let's do that. I wanted this to also be a spot for agave tequila and some linens, but I don't think we need the linens at this point, especially if we're going to bring the silk down. So we'll try that, but I'll make this one peas as well as plantation, and then this one will be the agave tequila, and then... well, I wonder if we could designate 2 things for this. Well, let's put it as a priority, and we'll see what we can do. It looks like most of this other stuff is getting there. Like, all these building kits are in place. I can order silver luxuries, silver cutleries in a little bit once I get some of this money back. We're down to 2,000, so we got pretty low there. But we got a lot of red going on here. It's kind of spooky. I'm gonna have to put in some more nurseries. I felt like we had enough. We did for a little while, I guess. And let's see. So the nurseries are under food, nursery, and I could just do a bunch here on this right side of our castle. No, you know what? I'm gonna save that space. It looks like these are gonna fit just perfectly right in here, like so. And I might as well put in another warehouse here as well. There we go. And then we can do a couple more nurseries over there. We'll probably need to. Oh no, look at this meat pop action. So we'll have to, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's bad. The meat pops are invading and they're not running away. So we'll have to take some steps here. 355. That's a lot of red meat pops. So I'm getting nervous that it's getting to the point where we're going to start having a lot of... Oh. I was going to say having a lot of deaths and running out of laborers. We're out of laborers. So that also means that our cemeteries are probably full. Yeah. So yeah, we hit a breaking point where we aren't producing enough. Whoa, what is this? Oh, there's a map. I didn't know there was a map. I misclicked and I found a map. So I didn't know that there was such a huge problem with the food. It was weird. Like almost, it like hit a breaking point where now we have this huge red mark, and we're gonna have to do some shifting around. So this whole deal that I wanted to, I had 200 laborers. I haven't been taking in immigrants because I haven't needed them. It's gonna be a problem for a little bit here. So we're gonna have to flex some people around. It looks like we don't have any repairs over here now. For some reason, did I like totally neglect the repair shop? I probably did. So this isn't good. We are gonna have to do a little bit of work and try and plug up this leak. Okay, we'll get a repair shop in here somewhere. I mean, by the time that's created, all these stuff is gonna be collapsed. We'll put in another one over here as well. Yeah, see these green buildings? I thought they were, but I think that's a police station. We'll put this guy, I don't know, right there, fine. Okay, so those are gonna come in, and then, well, that'll fix the little repair problem we're having. And I think in the meantime, we just have to make sure that all of our farms are running. So it looks like even right now, like this one's minus 1 worker. I can back off. Okay, that's domestic fuel. I can back off some builders here. So we'll do that. I'm gonna go down to 3 builders around town on all of these, because I think I have a lot of, like you can see there, a lot of 6s around here. Okay, we'll do that. We'll make sure that this is good to go, and I'm gonna just go around, and I gotta make sure that all of our farms are still operating as good as we can get them, as well as the fisheries and all that other stuff. So I'll be back in just a moment. All right, so I've got 18 laborers. I've diverted a bunch of people from the mines. I've diverted people from, well, mostly the mines. I took away a couple of the tree workers because we have a good amount of timber. So I've got a couple people from there. What else did we do? We just shifted some things around. It looks like we're good to go with most of our farms. Like, I'm not worried about these flax ones that much. And then I was thinking that we swap over these cotton fields to a food. We can't do it just yet because it's not quite out of season. It looks like we might be just now. Yeah, see, I can't change it, so we have to wait just a little bit. That's gonna be peas. Get some more of that going. You can see we got repair things all over the place. So hopefully that those repair shops get built quickly. I just need to go around and make sure that we're trying to keep alive a little bit. We're definitely gonna grab these immigrants when they get here, and I kind of regret ignoring them for so long. So let's see what this ship has. Maybe the ship is going to be good for us, and we'll have some food on it. And it has some food, so that's great. We can get a bunch of this sausage. I'm gonna just see how much we can grab. I'm gonna grab as much as we can, and then we'll just see what's up. All right, we can buy 1,042 weenies, so let's do that for sure. Get those in to save some people from dying of starvation. It's definitely a problem here. So we should be okay, I think. That should be getting here. And the numbers over here look good to me. Like you know, they're red, of course, but like I feel like they're getting a little bit better. Maybe this is saying no. I'm totally wrong. So we did get an event. Maybe we'll just change it up with an event here. Let's see what this is. Miner found some pieces of rare ores in the corner while working the mine. The mine structure there seemed safe, but if you dig deeper, you might be able to mine out more rare ores. Let's do it. Risk of danger, open a new vein. The production of ores will increase a lot. Okay, perfect. That's great, because I just took people away, and then we're gonna need that. So we're waiting on our donkey here. We should be getting food coming in. And, oh, our nursery's over here. So we'll do that, one of these, one of those, and one of that. Okay, that's good to go. A couple for now. Those immigrants will be here shortly. All right, so I guess I'm just gonna show you what one of the things that I had on the list today is that's all built. Our luxury apartment here is good to go. It's got the 15 families up to 45 people must be built in market area, can store more supplies than an apartment, and fuel lasts longer. Also encourages citizens to have children. So you can see there's 45 people there. That's how many we can have. Let's see if we can upgrade it at all here. Let's do it. So we have kittens, and let's put a toilet in. There you go. So that's cool. That's good to go. As always, fantastic art. We got a little gingerbread guy there. Nice wreath for the winter time. And yeah, good to go. So that's gonna be it. I got a lot of work to do in between episodes. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.